Now, why would you want something old compared to something new? What, in my mindset, would make me jump for an old vacuum cleaner like this, made in 1991, as opposed to something like that, made in, I think it was 2012? I'll tell you what, that one there, about 2,200 watts. It's got a variable suction thing, as you can see on the back there. I cleaned out this bagless vacuum cleaner with an air compressor. After about its second usage, it became jammed up with dust, so I blew out the main filter with an air compressor. It is now a heap of crap. It jams up within about 2 minutes of use. It completely jams up that filter. And your exhaust port there, I'm not joking, the air coming out is about 60 degrees Celsius. It's like having your hand in front of a blow heater within 2 minutes of use. Now, what makes this so great here? I used a different one today, which I'll also show you. But I haven't used this one in a while, but I have used it. It's only 1200 watts. I can tell you right now, it kicks the pants off the other one at 2200. What makes it so good? Why would you want old stuff built in probably 1991 or 92 as opposed to 2012? I mean, you've got to think about it. There's 20 years age difference. Why would you want one that's 20 years old? That is why. Quality. This stuff may be old. Everybody wants to chuck it out and get a new one because it's a gaudy looking colour, it's this, it's that. Or it's got a fault, which quite often is just a bit of hair wrapped around the motor. And if you can undo this and it doesn't have star screws, then you can pull that hair off. You can actually get the star screwdriver screws, and I've got them in sets, but you can get them nowadays. Have a look at the compliance plate, which is almost rubbed off here. You can't really see it. It says 1200 watts and it says made in Australia. I'll show you the one that I've been using today. This is the one I was using today. Yeah, made in France. I'll remove a bit of junk. Get a closer look at it. This is absolutely huge. This is one of the biggest vacuum cleaners for household use that I've come across. I'm not including the industrial ones. Now look at this. I'll put my hand against it and you'll get an idea. I'll put my foot beside it. Now I'm size 12 Australian, size 13 US. Look at the size of it. The blasted thing is about 2 foot long. Remember I was talking about the 2012 model that had the variable speed? So does this one. And I was using that today. That's not a stupid one that cuts back suction. That is actually directly hooked into the engine, and you can hear the engine actually speed up faster as you turn that up and down. That's the secondary power switch on the end of where you put the nozzle on. And you've got one on the base, or on the main machine there, and a second one there. You've actually got, get it out here, yeah, there's your pins there that control all your motor speed and your switch and everything like that. You know, but it's a good machine, and this, the other one, the Volta, it was basically a job I'd done. Somebody was moving into, when I had my business, someone who was moving into a nursing home, and I basically had to clean the place out, and that was one of the items they had, which I get to keep. But this one here, the big Hoover was destined for a bin, along with actually about 4 other vacuum cleaners, believe it or not. This was number 5. And I got this one, and one of the other ones is a big workshop vacuum cleaner that had a faulty switch. And the person in question went and got another switch from the electronics shop and replaced it, or hardwired it in so you switch it on and off at the wall or something like that. And bingo, it's monstrously powerful and works fine. I saved this from a blooming dumpster, and I used this today to vacuum out my house. And my gosh, it might be built in the mid-80s, it might be old, it's probably about 1986. What would you rather have? Made in China or made there? This is why this stuff's so reliable. And this is the whole point. Do you think that 2012 vacuum cleaner is going to be going in 20 years? That Chinese-made 2012 model? No way. These ones, made in France, made in Australia, hey, they're already 20 years old and they're still going strong. It's just a bit of something to think about. So if somebody else is busy trying to turf out something that you sort of can get your hands on it. And if it doesn't work, you can always chuck it out, or you can take it apart and find out if it's just a bunch of blooming hair stuck around the fan engine or whatever the heck, the fan itself. Otherwise, they might be throwing something out that works perfectly fine, like this one, just because they didn't prefer to buy bags, and you'll get something that's going to last you years to come, even though it's already years old. Quality for free, as opposed to Chinese stuff that still costs you money regardless of the fact it's cheap, but it'll be dead and lasted 6 months or 6 weeks.